Hey, it's me, Dr. D, coming on for a few minutes, starting this first full week of the 10th hour of 2025, the year that we thrive. And yes, indeed, and thinking about where my journey has led me so far and the experiences, especially the experiences I've had over the last uh, week to 10 days regarding associating yourself with others. And when I was in the midst of these different events and gatherings, and listening to different people and that sort of thing, it came to mind as I'm pondering digesting the experiences. I thought, digesting. Because when we're in the midst of others, we're actually the vibes of the spirits that are illuminates in the room. We're taking that into our spirits. So you know what I thought? Um, it's a question, and words have meaning. And so with questions, it's the in-depth culmination of a thought that we put into the sentence, which is of words. Because you see, words have meaning and they are creative. And there are different types of words, as I always say here on the meditation moments, language arts. You have antonyms, synonyms, homonyms, and all those other kind of nyms, including what homonyms say. And today, the saying that is a question. And the question is, what are you eating? And I'm referring to the spirit. What are you digesting and taking into your hearts? As a matter of fact, those of you know me, sometimes I can be very passionate in what I say, which may take up a little more time than the person has to give to me. So I'm learning here at Meditation Moments to take notes, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go to my notes because I don't want you to see me and get the idea. Oh, that's Dr. D. She gonna be dragging on and on. So when I'm done with my notes, I'm done with you for the moment. Also, it's to keep me on track because sometimes our thoughts, if we say one thing, it may ignite a thought of something else. So, in other words, let me go to my notes. All right. And as I said, the question is, what are you eating? And I'm saying, watch what you eat. And I want to go to my notes regarding that because the word is digest. Because when you eat, you must digest. And I have two of my best places that I go to, God and Google. And today, according to my good friend Google, to digest means to break down food into simpler substance that the body can use for energy and growth, or to process and understand information or ideas. And that's what I'm talking about, that digest. Physically, digestion happens in our bodies. Mentally, it's the process of absorbing and making sense of what we hear, and that creates what we learn. And also, I turn to the source of life. It's called the Bible, but it's God's Word. Now, understand, as I always say, the Bible is not they consider it a religious book, but it's a book of history because in the beginning, when the world and humanity was created, it's the written recording of some things that conspired during that time. So according to that, the meaning, it gets a bit deeper biblically, To digest is the meditation and the internalization of God's word. It's not just reading or hearing it. It's, in the words, chewing on it, letting it get into your spirit, reflecting, applying it, and letting it transform you from the inside out. In Revelations 10:8 through 11, the Apostle John was told to take the scroll from the angel's hands and eat it. Now that's metaphorically, okay? You know, as I said, in the form of the question is, what are you eating? Physically, what we feed our bodies affects our health, energy, and longevity. Spiritually, it's really about the same thing. The food, which is a word, we give our souls shapes our mindset, actions, and well being. And sometimes what we take in spiritually even shows up in our physical health. Because you know, sometimes when you hear people say, "Ooh, I got a headache. Ooh, I got a headache. Ooh, I got a headache." Well, after a while, you will have a headache. Why? Because you're putting the energy of yourself and the creator, because what's in you, it was given to you to create who you are. And it is all about you. You, YOU, your own universe. And you cannot live without it. So don't let people mislead you to think you, because when they say that, it's not all about you. It makes you want to back up on who you are because you want to satisfy their consciousness in not recognizing the purpose of your being. And I'm saying it now, don't, no matter what anybody tell you, you were not born to be miserable or to make anyone miserable. So it's all about what you do. Okay? So that's why today I'm talking to you regarding what you eat. You got to watch it. Because when you hear things from people, you know how people would say, "If girl, if I was you," think about it. Stop. Run that back by me again. If I was you, let me tell you something. You would do what I'm doing because you'd be me. So, as I ponder conversations that I've heard, and when we get into people living their lives and they say, they're Christian, and some people say they're believers. But you know what? I'm learning that there is a difference between a Christian and a believer. Because Christians, as is written in the history, the true Christians, they don't have the option in their minds to truly understand what the word is saying. Whereas believers, they trust the faith that God gives you to live your life and to make it a point to really believe and operate in the spirit that he gives us to do so. It's like when, and this is what I'm going to say as a reminder, or what I want to say, analogy of Christian and believer. In the book of history, there's this one incident where this Christian, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, was admonishing a man that owned He was rather wealthy. And it was on the Sabbath because according to the word, you don't work on the Sabbath. So the situation came up when his major source of income through the cattle was in a ditch, had fell in a ditch, and he needed to get the cattle out of the ditch. And the Christian Pharisees told him if he were to go to get that cattle, his prize cattle, the one that brings in the funds that he pays taxes to to them on, he would lose it and then he wouldn't be able to pay the taxes. So he knew he had to go get it out, being the Sabbath or not. So according to Christian, he should have just left his prize cattle in the dish and waited till after the Sabbath to get it out. Well, according to a believer, if you are a person that owns something and the source of it is in jeopardy, you must do what you need to do in order to maintain keeping it. It's not about what day it is. It's about what the problem is. Because problems don't wait. We get problems all the time unexpectedly. And most of the time, problems are unexpected. As believers, we know when problems come, we have to turn to the source of our strength. And He will get us out of the situation. And not only get us out of it, He will help us grow through it. So as I close, there's something that's resonated in my spirit regarding a believer. And when God does get us out of situations, when God does bring us the resources that we need, when we didn't think we were going to make it, there's this song that comes to me, and it is, Bless the Lord. I will bless the Lord at all times. And you know what? The thought came to me, and this is for my next session that we're going to get into, understanding how we bless the Lord. So you're going to come back again on another segment of meditation moments. And as we end this session, remember that it is all about you. Watch what you eat in the spirit, and it will also direct you to watch what you eat in the physical.